Everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns in the C-Can. We're doing another indoor field test shooting video. I've got my Umarex Ruger 1022 pellet rifle. It's a CO2 powered pellet rifle. Shoots 4.5 millimeter or .177 caliber pellets. Today I'm going to be using these super hollow point. They're 6.9 grain RWS pellets. Got brand new CO2. First thing we're going to do is put some shots through the chronograph and see what kind of feet per second we get. I believe it's 450, or at least it's rated for 450 with alloy pellets. Sometimes they do a little better or worse with lead. It's hard to say. Typically lead are going to be heavier, but these aren't super heavy. But I have seen guns rated to perform at 450 with alloy actually shoot the same with lead. Just depends if it's under or overrated. After we do the chrono testing, we're going to put some shots in downrange in the target, 30 feet, and see what kind of accuracy we get. All right, so let's unload a few rounds into the target here. Doesn't really matter if we go single or double. We're just trying to find out feet per second. Sorry about that. The microphone fell into the shirt. I'm trying to get the good audio for you guys so everything sounds good. When you do that, sometimes the microphones don't act as you want them to, but we got her going back again here. All right, so that was 432. 430. 418. 408. Last one. 405. So they dropped, a little bit. That's what's going to happen with CO2 as the gun, the barrel, the inside of the gun, the CO2 itself, everything kind of cools down as you release some of that CO2 into the gun. That just happens. The first few shots are always going to be a little more powerful. If you slow down your shooting, take your time, they will pretty much stay more consistent. But we were getting around 405, I guess, to 420. We'll average that out for you guys. And so we're going to set up a brand new paper target now. We're going to see what kind of grouping I can get with about 10 shots downrange. Got my paper target set up. I've got 10 rounds in my 10 round magazine here for the 1022 by Umarex, the Ruger 1022. We're going to put all 10 of these rounds into the target since that's generally what I like to shoot at these targets to get a grouping. We're also going to shoot it in single action. So when you pull the bolt back, right? Normally this gun is a semi-auto gun. The actual 22 long rifle version is semi-auto, so the bolt comes back and puts it into single action mode when you shoot it. This gun, however, because there's no blowback or internal blowback, means that when you don't pull the charging handle of the bolt back, you only are going to be shooting in double action. So we could shoot in double action without having to do that, but when you pull this bolt back, you do get a lighter trigger pull. Even though when you pull that trigger, you are rotating, I believe, the little rotary magazine. It's still lighter because you're not having to pull the internal hammer or striker back or whatever's going on in there, the bolt back, to do that. Okay, so let's put some shots on target here and see if we can get a decent grouping. That might even actually be rotating the cylinder or the rotary mag too. It feels really light. Nice gun, feels really good. Okay, that felt pretty good, and from what I'm seeing from here, it looks like it was pretty close to the bullseye. Yeah. There really isn't anything wrong with that grouping at all, and don't forget, like I had to charge it, which means I kind of had to reset my aim for every shot. Sometimes when you don't have to do that, you can be a little tighter because you're not having to move around and get set up again for each shot, so things tend to be a little bit more consistent. Nothing wrong with that, and this is right out of the box. Didn't adjust anything on this sight at all. I'm not sure if it is adjustable. Yeah, it looks like it might be a little bit adjustable. I haven't really played around with it too much. I haven't done the tabletop video, to be honest, for this gun. So that's the next step, is the tabletop video. Typically I do it the other way around, tabletop first, shooting video second. But I was doing a shooting video for another gun today, and I needed a second gun to do the shooting video. I like to do 2 at a time, just because my cameras are set up and everything. So I thought, hey, let's test out the Ruger 1022 by Umarex and see how it performs. And I'm glad I did. You know, right around, what was it, 420 feet per second using a lead pellet, so not even alloy. Umarex says 450 with alloys, and those are typically going to be like under 5 grain, so almost a 7 grain pellet hitting 420. Definitely reasonable. By the way, I didn't mention the temperature in here, but it's about, you know, it's average room temperature, just above 20 something degrees, probably 60, maybe to 65 degrees Fahrenheit roughly. But very impressed. When you pull back the charging handle or the bolt here, you do get a really nice single action trigger. It's fairly short, it's pretty crisp. It doesn't feel like I'm rotating the, let me just get this out for you guys here. A little hard to do there. It doesn't feel like I'm rotating that little guy at all, and it's very smooth. There's not much to do it. So it might be doing that when you pull the trigger, but it feels really good. You don't have to shoot it in double action mode. You can pull that back, shoot it in single action mode. Even the double action trigger isn't that heavy as well. So if you want to shoot really fast, you can in double action, or take your time, slow it down, shoot in single action. But out of the box, performed really well. Got a bunch on the bullseye, and the rest were just off to the left. Elevation was perfect. Yeah, this is a winner, definitely. So check it out at the Replica Airgun store, replicairguns.ca for Canada, replicairguns.us for the US. I'll put links in the description to buy it. And also check out the upcoming tabletop video that I'll be making for that down the road shortly. Yeah, and if you're interested in other products, air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories, then check out our Replica Airgun Canada and US stores, again, at replicairguns.ca and replicairguns.us. And come on down to replicairguns.com for other articles, posts, reviews, and usually additional photos that I post when I write up these guns over there. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, take care.